everyone? I am the Toy Major. Today we have one heck of a very big review here. The camera is at a weird angle. I want to try and capture all the accessories. Some are just a little bit off, but that's okay. I'll um make sure to present each item one by one. So the quick story behind this is I think sometime last year in the fall there was a McFarlane Toys Kickstarter for medieval Spawn, like a remaster of a original sorry, action figure that released in somewhere in the 90s, I think. Um, there are three variants of this figure. I only have one at the moment. I am working on going to try getting the other two. Um, this one was found on eBay, so yeah, that's really the only place you can get them right now, and I have no idea how many exist, period. So right now, we are going to take a look at the, the paperwork, fancy stuff. This is one of the few figures that do not come with a card. So if you want to pause and read that, it's in cursive. So then I'm going to carefully put it over to the side. I honestly may frame that. I don't know, to be honest with you. Also going to move Spawn here out of the way. He comes with this special green foil medieval Spawn comic. I'm not sure which one it is. I really don't want to take it out, have anything happen to it. At one point I probably will put it in a frame. Only thing I don't like is there's a little lip up here at the top where you can grab and pull it out, but like I said, I would really rather not do that to the comic. The box and figure we're going to look at after, so we can look at the accessories first. And I'm still working on the background. This first one is, I think, one of the tier weapons. Now, I'll show you when it comes to the box. There is one side that has the figure itself, and the other side has the tiers where on Kickstarter, as they, what is it, generated the revenue? Is that what it is? Gather the money, whatever. Let's just, whatever that one. They offered more weapons. Each one of these, I'll explain more of that too, have different little exclusives with them. Only problem is I forget what the exclusives for this Spawn is. So, and I hear my brother's cat doing her thing. Anyways, so we have this very interesting looking sword. And this plastic is a little tougher than normal McFarlane stuff, so it's definitely made to last. Kind of cool to swing around though. Move it over here to the side. This cat hairs. This is another tier weapon. I'm sorry, hold on. I didn't show this one all the details on it. Little Spawn logos up here at the top. Okay. This one has nothing like that. One thing I find weird with some of these is they have these little, what is this, the pummel, the bottom. A couple of them, when I was looking at the character, uh, the articulation, I always do that with these. That's why I never really plan to do an unboxing unless it's like one of the McFarlane statues like the Diablo ones I did before. Um, a couple of them just like popped out, and once I just put them back in, they haven't given me any more trouble. So might have to, if they keep doing that, may just give them a tiny bit of super glue. But overall, another tier weapon. This one I think especially is it wasn't in the figures packaging, and like the Doomslayer, the Elite one I showed before, you might not want to swing it too much. I have no idea what the little metal is. I'm just doing a tiny bit of swing in the show. It works like it should, but unless you're unless you magically wake up one day, you're the size of an action figure yourself, there's absolutely no reason you should be swinging this. There really isn't. Because this is a little I'm sorry, sometimes I do the videos and I try yawning for some reason. I hate that. You don't want to ruin those overall. Then we have another tier weapon, a little axe. This one has a little Spawn logo in the bottom there. Axe. The detail on these things are amazing. I'm telling you. Just watch out for the pointy parts. If for whatever reason you're giving this as a toy to someone, a gift, someone that opens and messes with them. I do sometimes. I'm guilty there. Just check very carefully with the parts because it's not about the small parts. It's more that they can hurt. Now, this is a very interesting Morning Star. I can't say I've seen one like this before, history-wise, or maybe it's just made for Spawn. I know the obvious original small pointed ball at the top, the the metal ball, and this, of course, looks amazing. There's a tiny bit of weight to it. The person that had the seller that had sent this the was in its original McFarlane box, and it said this whole thing was 3 pounds. So some parts of expect some of these have just a tiny bit of heft. They're action figure accessories. It's not like they're gonna weigh a like a TV. And this is like the biggest weapon in the whole deal, or longest, largest. I don't know, but it looks really good. The wrapping, the paint, it has this gothic vibe to it. Well, considering. And of course, it looks amazing. Now, this sword came with the spawn in particular. Hold on. Show you this. Sure, that's enough. This one, and yeah, it was this sword, the bottom right here, and the Morning Star we just looked at. This one, the bottoms. Just if you get one, just keep an eye out. That's all. And the detail on these is amazing. Look at the lighting for those. Whoever the painter is over there at McFarlane does a really good job. Hats off to you, sir. Now, this is another tier bonus. This is a alternative shield. You see the shiny bit. It's a magnet. The One of the takeaways from this figure, as I'm saying it, yeah, my issue is that sometimes I like trying fancy words and I end up saying the wrong thing. So, one of the additions to the figure is that it has metal in some spots, interchangeability. So that's one bright side. One good thing, I don't know, I'm just going to stop there. The other shield, this one comes in the package with the spawn. It's like the other one has a magnet. They have the straps. I'm not going to really mess with mine. They're just plastic. They're not rubber, and I don't want to break them. So, yeah, I'll show you the shields, of course, in action, but we're going to be very careful. Now, we have two van braces here. This one is like one of the original. It has a piece of metal. This is, of course, a tier reward. Goes on either one of the arms. Another tier reward van brace. Almost looks like the bit that goes on the leg. However, it is not. Let me see. So, next couple of these I'll absolutely be showing. The He also has two tiered chest plates. These have two little magnets in them, if you can see. Excuse me. Um, this is the other one. Because of the magnets, I don't want to bring it too close to the camera either. Considering it's my phone. This is for the front of his cape. It's a different one that has the Spawn logos instead of the one with the skulls he has on right now. Now, he only has one interchangeable hand each. For his right hand, he has a pointing finger, kind of like a crooked pointing finger. And his left one, just his fingers are kind of curled up a little, like as if he's going to grab somebody. Oh, my English. Amazing accessories, they really are. Now, the heads, there are four heads here, and I'll explain what I mean in just a moment. We have his um normal head. Remember, Spawn is he is a hell spawn, a demon, so he does not have human flesh. So his is more kind of a charred, I think. Then we have a screaming one. This one I saw a picture on Reddit, I think it was recently. That part of this helmet lifts up, and it has, I think, the normal head underneath. Hold on. Yeah, it's basically a normal head. It does not come out, so cool if you get tired of what the normal Spawn helmet looks like. Again, this is like a customize your own, the amount of accessories. Then we have a Trojan helmet, Spartan. Mine has just a tiny bit of it's a warpage, but that's fine in my opinion. Kind of adds to the dirty looking paint application, and it looks like he's been through some fights. You can see the Spawn logos on both sides underneath the plume here. And whatever head is in there does not come out. You can see the neck peg in there. And we'll be trying these. This one is not actually a head. It is more of a hat. Because one of the normal Spawn head, the burn one, is supposed to just fit inside of here. I'm not sure why they went with that, but I guess that's what they chose. So before we get to the figure, let's get to the um two things out of the way. This is a McFarlane stand. You're familiar with these, but it's a little bit bigger, almost like the DC Direct statues. So here's a normal one compared to it. Of course, this one has the two stands because obviously some people are gonna just display it. Um, Here and there, I may not. I do, I do like messing with my figures here and there because I wanna. If well, they're meant to, you know, be played with. So let's just do that. Now the box. Hold on, let me fix the camera real quick. I wonder if I can see it entirely. Okay, well I'm just gonna hold it real quick. Um, this is the front medieval spawn collectible action figure, and a beautiful, beautiful green. I thought the nightmare ones, like the crackle gold and such, look good. I gotta be real, might have competition here, even though there's only three of these, um, with different colors. Medieval spawn, nothing on the back except for the little edges there. And then we have what, honestly, stupid camera. I love the little symbol there, actually. Now, I'm gonna put this in a hold on, camera in a spot where, because I want to show the inside. So this is not the normal box. Hold on. I need to get a better camera standpoint. You know what? I'm just gonna go back to where it was, and I'll make sure to show the stuff. So there is a. This is a slipcase. The real stuff is inside. You can see that, I'm sure. There's the front. The back is the same. Now, presentation. It looks like this when you open it the first time. Of course, I always open the stuff first, make sure the figures are good, because if there's something funny with articulation in particular, people have to know. So this is the tier side with these two on top, and this is where the spawn came from. I'll take this out so you can see. These, of course, slip out. They're not glued in or anything. Trying to be careful with the foam because I'm going to display this box. So the figure itself hold on, comes in this original looking packaging, like this whole little blister thing. And when you open it, it all opens around here, except for this edge, which is, yeah, just hold on. It's gonna give me trouble because I only have one hand available. Yeah, that's fair. Here we go. So it's basically like that. I've heard here and there that this little extra plastic is supposed to be a cover for the top of the comic. I tried, it just wouldn't sit still. Maybe it's not supposed to, but I wasn't going to mess with it. I wanted to get this video made so you guys could see. I know the holidays are coming, and everybody wants ideas. Well, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna quickly put the box back together. Hold on. So yeah, it's pretty much. If it wasn't for the extra stuff, I think the figure would just be like that, and the almost like the page puncher sort of style. A little pull tab. Flip. 1 second. Okay. Now, put this back there. Now we're going to put the camera normal position for the star of the show. And we're going to adjust the camera for the stand so you can see. We have the medieval spawn. Hold on, let me focus on it. Okay. So this figure is, I spend a good few minutes looking at it here and there. It is simply amazing. There is no other way I can possibly pronounce it. One thing is it does have those little parts that go on the ball joint, like the butterfly joints, I think. Some of them may move around, and that's what these little armor pauldrons are attached to. And it's on both sides, so don't be alarmed. It's not broken, it just does that. Plenty of pointy little bits on this figure. Again, just be very careful. And this is what I mean. The figure has a magnet there. The magnet just clips on there. Grab another one. Just, there we go. It really is a customize your own spawn. I may mess with some of the pieces. There's one thing I absolutely love. It is customization. I'm a sucker for it. So, looking all around this figure, the cape has this amazing worn red detail all over. Has a scabbard sheath for the sword, and that's the one he came with. This one fits in there. Just be patient with it. The part pops up. There we go. I'm not going to put it in there all the way yet anyway, because you got to wrestle it out. He looks good. The articulation is basically any other Spawn figure. Nothing really different there. The only thing different about this figure is that it has the magnets in a couple of spots and different heads, so you can customize your own. Now, one thing I am going to start with, oops, you know what, we're going to take off those real quick. I'm basically going to strip down whatever I can for this guy because we are going to dive straight into the magnets. Because looking at, you guys already know, there are some magnets, a couple other spots. I'm going to put this here for a moment. And you're obviously sitting there with, now see, that's what I mean. This little, look at the butterfly joint. Now it's kind of loose. But when you move the arm just right, it fits just fine. Same for the other side. This other side on mine in particular seems to be a little bit of, it's not exactly a problem, it's just annoying. And I kind of like the spawn without the sword sheath because it blocks this arm from resting downward all the way. Oops. Now, magnet, and the chest is a magnet. To get to that, you need to remove these little skulls. Or maybe you're supposed to be smarter than me. Hold on. Yep. Be smarter than me and pop the head off first. Makes it easy. The whole cape comes off. It's really bound by those two. You can have your figure without the cape if you wanted. And we're going to get to that in just a moment. The skull ones are in these little rubber loops on the cape. Just wrestle them out. There we go. If you don't want it, you don't have to use the cape. I know people prefer the cloth cape instead, but this was before McFarlane did that, so now it pops off. You can see articulation inside. And this figure has a good range, even without the cape. Really good. The arms move just fine. Double jointed. Hands pop off, pop on. These, again, just a little bit annoying, but you'll get used to them. They seem to fix themselves and loosen themselves, etc. You can always pop the arms off and fix it yourself, I guess. This moves. This moves too. Double joint, or is it? Or maybe it's a single joint. I just mistake the little red piece for a double joint. It might be single joint, and that's okay. Legs, splits, knee, other knee. Now, because of this, it doesn't move a whole lot, so just leave the foot as is. If you think you can, I think it's on a little ball. If you think you can figure it out, be my guest. Just be careful. Toe, toe, this one bends upward, rotates, and of course, does not bend backward. That's fine though. Despite everything, it's still a figure you can mess with. I'm gonna put him on his display stand so we can start looking at the other accessories he has. And it's a big one, thankfully, so wherever you display this guy, it's gonna hold. Now, we have looked at the basic stand already, or chest, excuse me. We're gonna look at one of the alternative tier ones, just like the van braces, it clicks right on, and there you go. Oh wait, sorry. Gonna keep the normal spawn head for a moment. It actually looks really, really good. I like this one. But of course I'm gonna put his default stuff over here. We're gonna take a look at everything. And if you guys get your hands on this, hope you customize it to whatever you want it to be. Now this one actually looks really, really, really cool. I'm actually a bit torn between which one of these is my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing wrong with the other one at all. However, there's just something about this one I I just can't help but like. I can't help it. Oops. Hold on. The fan braces. There we go. Either one or swap them around. They're not really stuck on one arm. Now, before I forget, let me see. The other parts right here. You'll have to carefully bend them around, get them in the hole, but it looks like that. Actually looks pretty nice without the cape. I don't know if I'll leave mine capeless though. I may leave it sword sheath scabbardless at least, but I don't know about the cape. I don't want anything to happen to it over time and all that. You guys get it. Now we're gonna look at the heads. Gonna pop off this one in the pile with the other heads. So the first one we're going to start with is the normal spawn head, like the human underneath looking one. If it lets me. Well, that's a little bit worrying. The head does not want to go on. It's not broken or anything. It's probably just. There we go. I heard that click. So, actually looks pretty good. Left to right. Up, down. The articulation is the same for all the heads. Now this, that's what it looks like. I think that's why it has a knight piece. Can maybe just look like a representative here, but I don't know. I do like all of these, of course. Hold on. Now we're gonna put one of the other heads on this. And the screeching head. Okay, I think it's on. It didn't make the little pop, but it should do. It looks good though. Well, it really does. Just looks like he's had enough and he wants to just yell at whatever's listening in the sky. Pop that off. There are two heads left. Or one more after this. Come on, dude. Is there not a single one of these darn heads that'll actually work for me? There we go, jeez. This one is giving me some familiar vibes. I'm getting some Dark Souls kind of vibes from this one, actually. And of course, the visor pops up, which is a very nice treat. And when it is not, just that aura of mystery, looking around. He's gonna cause trouble. Better do it. One neck joint, multiple heads. I don't know who came up with this one, honestly. But they did good. Did good. Now for this one, I think the head is on. I gotta be honest, I love how this one looks. I just don't like the little bent part, but it'll grow on me. Oh, these are moving around. Again, looks pretty good. Really does. I don't have any real issue there. Now, let's see. Like it. Oh, right. You can see his face in there just a little bit. Green eyes. Can you see that? I think so. Now, let's get on to the interesting part, the weapons. So, these shields, I think you can either wrestle them on if you want, if you prefer, or if you're like me, just hold it to the side like this. Hold on. This. There we go. Magnet's holding it. But wait, what about his other arm? Gasp. Oh, it is being weird. There we go. He is now fully protected on both sides. However, he doesn't want protection on both sides. He needs a weapon. There's no way around it. Now keep in mind, this is the traditional McFarlane hand, which means the plastic on it's going to be a little bit tough. I mean, not so. Oh wait, actually, it's a little bit flexible. Not so much of a bad thing. Maybe an okay thing. Oh, okay, yeah, that's just fine actually. Hold on. I should have mentioned that this was going to be a long video. I'm looking at the timer. Yeah, sorry, but I wanted to review this. I wanted to show that the Doomslayer was not just a one and done. I'm back making some videos now. So he actually looks really good with the weapons. Looks amazing. Again, the weapons aren't very flexible, thankfully. So that means they'll last a good long time. Especially if you're careful, take good care of them. Obviously, you guys will. I'm not worried about that. And you don't have to worry about me in that either. Thank you if you do. Okay. And then I go and do that. I'm sorry, that probably made you cringe a little, but the accessory is okay. I promise. I swear it is. It's fine. It really is. All right. So we're not gonna have him wear all the weapons. Holy cow! That is a big stubborn one. Look at that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put them back yet. Look at that thing. Although, let's make it better. There we go. Um, Overall, still very much, take that off, a figure you're able to mess with, pose, etc. Everything just fine. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. This one I'm actually going to rate a little bit. So let's see. It comes with a good extensive selection of weapons. It looks like any of the. Oh right, I forgot to explain that part. There are three of these. This is the black edition. The black edition means that his chainmail or skin, I think, is black colored. There is one in blue with different additional tiers. Then there is a gray and silver one, the artist proof, where it's yeah, every detail is just gray, silver, black, and he has different exclusives as well, which is a tiny bit annoying because if there's an exclusive that would look good on one of these, one of the other two, no, I don't think it will. But so I'm it's it's amazing. This figure is simply wow. You know what? Before we get to the end, let's try the shield and see how easy it is. I wonder if you just have to pop the hand off. Give me just one moment, please. Oh, okay. Um, okay. How stupid of me. Look at this. I was putting it on, just carefully sliding it. Is this one on a peg? Hold on. Yeah, now I can see the glue at the base. Okay. Um, wow. Way to. Wow, do I feel like a dunce right now? Holy. Um, yeah, it's on this other shield too, actually. Looks like it's the bottom because I can see the glue up at the top. See the little faint bit around it right there? This one too. Yeah, wow. Okay, well, in that case, as an apology, give me a moment and I will. Okay, so with the both of them lifted, just place the straps. The magnet will pretty much hold it there and just push them right back in, I hope. Just tell me it'll work. I think it will not. Um, oh, there it is. Nope, never mind. Whatever. The top strap. It's fine without a top strap. It doesn't really need it. Oh, whoops. I guess I should put his hand back, huh? Like I said, I gotta be honest. I feel a little bit like a dope. I didn't think to examine the straps on the shields at all. I did not think to. And that's my bad. So, you guys, you saw, you bore witness to it. Absolutely my bad. In that case, yeah, let me. Okay, maybe it's better if only one strap is working, anyways. Or maybe I have it wrong. I don't know. Give me just one second. I am putting it in a pose I'm sure you guys will like. I gotta be real, messing with all the little accessories is actually really fun. I do hope anyone that's looking for these is able to get one, because I'm absolutely recommending it. As getting the Toy Major seal of approval, whatever that's worth to anybody. Probably not a lot. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. It all looks so good. He really does look good without the cape, but I don't know. Like I said, that I may leave off. The cape, I don't know. Kind of looks good without it. So, this has been a very long review of the medieval spawn. I don't think it needed to go this long. Sorry it did. Um, I certainly hope you guys enjoy the review. I'll be doing more of these. The other, I do plan on getting the other two somehow in the near future, and they won't take as long because, yeah, they shouldn't. So, anyways, expect more reviews soon. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please consider subscribing, it really helps the channel. And expect more toy reviews very soon. See you later.